Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Welcome to the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. This is Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. My name is Mʃɪɪ Babalola. We're now on to the segment Mainland Focus. This is where we collect your contributions. This is where we allow you to speak on the stories that we had earlier analyzed during trends in the papers. For lack of time, the best we can do is select two stories that we believe to be of national interest, expand the story even further, and then allow you to also contribute via the multiple channels that we have made available to the public. We have the phone line, we have WhatsApp and text messages, we also have our social media platforms where we're currently streaming, that's Facebook and YouTube, and the live chat option that is available for you to send in your contributions. As our usual practice here, for Mainland Focus, we allow Fuhad Saheed to once again solidify the point he had made earlier during trends in the papers, and then we give you the opportunity to also either agree, disagree, or bring in fresh perspectives. Two stories have been selected for conversation this morning on Mainland Focus. Of course, it will be impossible to focus on anything else other than the fuel scarcity and the prediction for worsened supply when it comes to the particular product. Well, the papers did tell us this particular morning that petrol would be exported if marketers boycott product, according to Dangote, and the NNPC may stop petrol import as depot price near 1,000 naira to a litre. So now the products will be unavailable, and now we would be unable to afford the products. Is double danger for Nigerian people. So we want to hear your perspective on this particular story regarding the prediction of fuel scarcity and also an increase in the price. What do you make of the revelation, especially now that we know the NNPCL is currently neck deep in debt when it comes to the suppliers? And also, what would you say to the reports that Dangote will export his petrol if Nigeria cannot afford it? Also, how bad is the fuel situation in your area, and how much are you currently buying the product? And if you could prefer solutions to the highlighted problems, what would your solutions be? Talking about the PDP at this time, the PDP is our concern, or it is constantly reported. I'm talking the struggle within the party, because they are recognized as the largest opposition political party at this time. And if they are unable to resolve their party crisis, how then can we rely on them to be the voice of the people? So the PDP governors and WK might clash as the National Working Committee meets on Wednesday, and there have been predictions that that particular meeting might end in a deadlock. So do you think the PDP is handling the crisis in the party the right way? Do you think they're doing a good job in trying to solve the problem that they have found themselves in, especially with Wike becoming something of a thorn in the flesh of the PDP? Let's hear what Fuad has to say regarding the fuel situation and also the impasse within the PDP at this time. Fuad, good morning again.
Yeah, good morning, Sage.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. Again, the oil sector, it's upon us, really. The reality is upon us, and we have to brace up for tougher times ahead, really. That's just the reality. It's not trying to sound alarmist. It's just what it is, really. And like the papers are reporting, probably going to be moving from the era where we used to buy at 185, 200 to now officially 585, 600 officially at around 750, 800. The era where we're going to be talking in over 1,000 naira. I remember when we were talking about the dollar crisis, there was a time I was having a conversation with some of my guys, and we thought the day will never come where we'll be exchanging $1 with 1,000 naira. It was as if it was going to be impossible. If you remember saying that, no, we had a situation where, the dollar was trading for, I think, 97 naira. Gradually got to 100 naira. It was as if it was going to be impossible to begin to exchange $1 for 100 naira. Later, we got to the point where it was trading on 175, 200, 250. Then the Buhari era got to 750. And we're still hoping that, no, it's going to go down. It's going to go down. We're going to get to the era where God forbid. If I remember when I used to say, no, God forbid, 1,000 to $1. See, look at how we are now managing to live with $1 at over 1,500 naira. But we are managing to live with a lot of hardship. A lot of actually people's resources depleted, businesses are falling up. So for people who think it's just normal to have that kind of abnormality, look, people are dying, businesses are collapsing. It's tough on the people. Now, we may now also wake up to the reality of buying PMS. Somehow we also moved from diesel, we're buying diesel, but this one concerns everybody. That's why it's a topical issue. Petrol touches everybody. And I'm thinking that we are moving to the era where Nigerians will now have to live with buying at over 1,000 naira. In some places, maybe 1,500 naira per litre. The question is, what will be the implications of that on ordinary Nigerians? What will be the implications of... the sad part of these things is that you have some of these megalomaniacs of government who now think it's just normal, there's no big deal, they gloss over it, they play over it. I've seen one ridiculous one that keeps posting nonsense, And the funny thing is that they have the bandwagon effect. They live in their own world. They have their own reality. They play about it. They are far from the sufferings of the people. See, and whether we like it or not, the more hardship in the land, the more hardship we create with some of these things we are doing, the more the insecurity. Because with so much hardship in the land, you are bringing insecurity. Unfortunately, we don't have the security structure to deal with the insecurity we're already faced with. So you can see how bad the whole situation is. I'm not... Dangote has always said that, look, I have what it takes to solve your problem. What is he demanding from us? At least, I was hoping to get money. You didn't give me money. I went all over the world, got money. I paid for the land, did everything needed to be done against the wise counsel of my friends and business associates who say, don't invest in this. Take your money and do what others are doing in other countries. They will bring a kudos to you. They will refund and bring it to their people. That was what they were telling Dangote. Why are you doing this? You do what others are doing since the country has refused to learn and do the right thing. Take your money, go and also build a refinery somewhere in Europe or wherever in the world. They will bring their crude to you. You refine and come and sell to them. He said, no, I wanted to be patriotic. The same man is now the man we are talking to now and saying, Dangote, every day now we report, Dangote petrol is coming out. Just imagine. You didn't give me yam. You are waiting for my pounded yam. See. You don't give me yam. You don't stay there. I buy mortar. I do everything. My yam is out. I'm now cooking pounded yam. You are now smelling the aroma. And you are now waiting for me to come and feed you. How? Where? Yorubas will say, and you have to interpret this one thing before I leave the show today. Oh, Shagilogbe. Oh, Togurolofa. Oh, they do up no Fusoke. So fellow Roni.
Okay.
Change. Interpret.
Moving forward, we're going to open the phone lines now because it's
for
not
the
me.
PDP, I wish them the best of luck. For the PDP, I wish them the best of luck. Is their party. If they want the party to survive, they know what to do. Whether it's a constitution or discipline, I wish them the best of luck. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Fuad. The blessings are extended to you as well. Well, it's time for us to take contributions. 0913-6000-410. That's the number that you call for WhatsApp. And if you'd like to send text messages, that's for those of you who probably don't use an internet phone, you can still contribute via text. The number to send your messages to 0913-6000-430. That also, like I said before, doubles as our WhatsApp number. So it's for WhatsApp and text, but for calls 0913-6000-410. There's also our YouTube and Facebook platform that currently doubles as our streaming platform with the option of sending your messages via the live chat option. You can do so on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Mainland 98.3 FM. For YouTube is at Mainland 98.3 FM. We do have a number of messages that I would read before we start taking fresh perspective on Mainland Focus. Don't forget, for those of you who would like to contribute, the stories that we're focusing on today happens to be the unfortunate prediction that our fuel struggles might worsen. For those of you who expected wanted some form of respite. Well, I'm sorry to dash your hope, but the papers are telling us this morning that we might start to buy the commodity as high as 1,000 naira. We already have independent marketers that are selling, or depots that are selling for as high as 950 naira. And now that the NNPC has agreed, or they finally admitted to the debts that they currently owe to the suppliers, chances are we would have limited supply, which automatically translate to an increase in the price of the commodity. And secondly, we're talking about the PDP and their many trials and travails. The National Working Committee meeting is for Wednesday. Nyesom, I believe, would be the subject of conversation amongst the many other things. The PDP, in the way they are handling their crisis, do you think there is a resolution in sight, or we should very much just remove our minds from the PDP as the opposition party that is supposed to be the voice of the people and in a way check the operations of the ruling party? The phone lines are open. Don't forget you have 2 minutes for your submission, and please, once we start to prompt you to round off your submission, it would do us a great service if you can immediately start to round off your submission. 2 minutes is what is allotted to you. Let me clear the backlog of messages we got on Facebook whilst we were conversing, and then I'll start to take the phone calls that we have now. So we have here on Facebook, Adedayo Samson Adebomi says, good morning, Sage. If the PDP refused to sanction Wike this time around, that shows that the present leadership are weak and incompetent. On Otonye Temitokwe Michael says, hello, Mainland FM. It's unfortunate that Nigerians who stood against 140 naira per litre at Fᴏᴜᴜ Park in Ojota years back are now paying 1,000 naira for a litre after several hours on the